Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back, guys. Just like Drake, man. Back to back. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back. You guys thought I was finished, yeah? You thought I was finished smoking on the Madrid pack. No, absolutely not. I'm not done. I just finished the Blaugrana podcast. But now, I got a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have seen him here before. Usually, he'd be talking about another club. But recently, ladies and gentlemen, he did the deal. He did the deal of a lifetime, ladies and gentlemen. He made the transfer. Finally made the big move to the big leagues. And just like that, he's only been here for a month. Been there for a month, right? All of the hell for 5 years he's had to deal with waiting for a trophy. Well, we didn't have to make him wait long. 1 month into the seat. And man like no side already knows the feeling of winning trophies again. My guy, no side, LD, and in the building. What's going on, no side?
Oh, family, we're good, man. We're good. I'm so happy to be here. Visa Barca, and I feel at home. The family's getting settled in. Everyone's getting settled in. I feel good, man. I feel good. I think the colors look good on me. I think, you know what I mean? And yeah, man, I'm feeling good. What a way to be introduced to the city, to the club, and to the future, man, to a lot more trophies. I'm here with my celebration. I got my bottle of Baileys. You know what I mean? We're celebrating. The celebration continues. This is for Dave's tears, Lee's tears, and all the other Madristas out there tears. You know what I'm saying? So big up, man. Love having me on, bro.
Hey, listen, man. Speaking of Dave, man, like end the stream, Dave, enter the building, because I haven't seen your match reaction. I wanted to react to it on 4K with my newest member, right? I know you've already seen it. I refuse to watch because I said, dude, it's better to watch this live on stage in front of everybody, right? Let us see what man like Dave was saying, because he had a lot to say before the game. He had a lot to say in Northside, right? Him and a certain Madrid fort who I will be bringing on here next, right? But let's first of all react to our friend Dave, our mutual friend. Let's see what he was saying after the 90 minutes. No side, are you prepared to watch this, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, I'm just wondering what shirt he's got on, because that doesn't look like a Madrid shirt.
That's Corinthians, the Brazilian team. He was too ashamed to wear the Madrid shirt, bro. He doesn't want to be caught dead with that. So he wore the Corinthians. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't know if anyone knows this, so I will say this. I think, someone that is close to him is a Corinthians fans or something, right? But he got the Corinthians shirt, right? Looks good on him, right? Maybe he should keep that on, right? Because right now Madrid are not exactly looking hopeful, but it is what it is, right? Let's take a look of what my man in the stream, Dave, said. Dave?
Super Cup final, and thoroughly deserved from Barcelona. Thoroughly deserved. You've got to give them credit, honestly. They did a great job keeping Madrid at bay throughout the match. And I'm going to discuss it throughout this whole live match reaction. And if you're watching in the live chat, make sure you comment, let me know your thoughts. And also, if you're watching this on replay, comment down below, let me know your thoughts also. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Of course, I'm disheartened by it, but I've got to take it how it is. And I was looking at this whole match from 0 to 90 minutes. Barcelona were incredible at times. The way they kept the ball, the way they manipulated the possession, they were unbelievable.
I mean, tell me something I don't know, man. Like I don't know why he's saying it like it's a shock. Like, come on, man, it's Barca freaking Lona on our side, right? At the end of the day, beautiful football is what we're known for, right? Beautiful football, the beautiful game, right? Tiki-taka, bro. You feel me, right? We don't just like to win. We like to win the beautiful way, right?
In style.
Some teams like to scumbag it, but not Barcelona. We like to win it the right way, right? And man like in this stream, Dave, he's been so used to watching dead football for so long, right? That, I mean, listen, one thing I'll say about Dave is the brother has standards. He loves the beautiful game. And that's why people kind of think he's an undercover Barca fan sometimes. People think that, he's undercover, right? Just moving down the, just slithering around. But because, he said that Iniesta is his favorite player and all that, right? At the end of the day, that's blasphemy for many of these Madridistas, right? But, bro, man, you can just tell, man, like he's just like so deflated, man. The deflation is crazy to me, really. Right. For you, man, what did you think about the game, bro? Personally, for you, bro, right? Because I know you're watching it with Lee, right? I saw you on Lee's channel, and Lee also can hold that, the mutual Madrid fan, right? You and Dave, you guys can stay in the mug too. I haven't spoken to Lee yet, but for you, man, what did you think about the game?
No, I felt like, yeah, he was right. Like the way we was keeping possession, the way we was transitioning with the ball was doing really, really well. Yamal was taking on all of their players, bro. Like Yamal just takes out like Alvaro and Huijsen by himself and creating space in behind for Lewandowski. I think we did really well. Pedri was keeping it ticking. De Jong, was keeping it ticking as well. Raphinha, one thing I love about Raphinha is he's always ready for that counter. He's always ready to receive that ball and get in behind. And obviously, Chouameni and Huijsen at centre back, they just allowed Lewandowski to run straight through. So I was looking at it in the first half, and I said to Lee, like, the game should have been out of reach from the first half. Let's just be real. The possession that we had, the chances that we had, and I just felt like it was a much, much better team. You know what I mean? That idiot flipping Kunde is the only negative, man, apart from the red card as well from De Jong. But it's Kunde, innit? You want him to step back, and he was allowing Vinny into the game. Any other proper fullback would just show him down the wing. He wasn't doing anything special. But other than that, I felt like we ran the midfield in the first half. We had a lot of great chances, and we was a much better team. We was in control. Even in the second half, we was in control. I felt like the way that we kept the ball and the way that we was creating opportunities, the game should have been out of reach, really and truly. We should have put it out of reach. But ultimately, we won the game. So I'm not going to be complaining too much. But yeah, Kunde's got to go. I can't lie. Kunde's got to go. This guy can't last it any longer. I swear that I don't want to watch this guy no more. Getting nutmegged. It's just ridiculous, bro. The guy can't defend.
Bro, the worst thing for me was watching that game. This is the thing, man. Like, I've seen this so much. And this is the sad thing about Kunde, bro. This brother looked so good last season, right? My man was looking like one of the best right backs in the whole world. Like, bro, defensively, right? He was knocking down some of the best players. I have never seen a player go from 1 year looking like the best player in this world, in this position, to looking like one of the worst after one season, bro. The drop-off of Kunde, right, is absolutely incredible. I'm not even making this up, man. It's not been good, like you mentioned, man. It's been absolutely embarrassing watching some of the things I've been watching the last few days, right? Like last few months. It's been bad. And you know what it is, right? We just signed João Cancelo on a loan deal. And honestly, I'm going to be very real. He can't do any worse, man. Because here's the thing with Cancelo. Cancelo has actually been at the club, right? And in his first reign, he will sign him to be a right back. But when we signed him, Alejandro Balde got an ACL injury and was out for the rest of the season. So he had to deputize at left back while Kunde stayed in his position. You understand what I mean, right? And really, as a result, that was what kind of cost us for most of the season. You understand what I mean, right? And, I don't think, like I mentioned, João Cancelo was bad at all, right? But you could tell, like, at the end of the day, I wanted to see what he would have done in his natural position. And I feel like that is what we need to do. This Kunde guy, like you mentioned, man, tragic, bro. And look, even my guy, Kobashi, bro, like, and you know what it is, right? I like to give Kobashi benefit of the doubt, but this is the thing with Kobashi, right? The guy is a kid. So he's playing like a player, like a kid. That's the best way I can put it. He's playing like a 19-year-old. He's playing like a of his age, right? And that's not his fault. The fault goes to the club itself, right? Because we have not gone out and actually gotten defenders. It's funny that now is when we're really now starting to like focus on trying to get defenders now. You understand what I mean? Now we're actually focused on trying to get defenders right now. It's not good enough, man. Like honestly, man, I've been so pissed the last few, I would say last few months, especially in the last few transfer windows with Deco, right? The fact that he hasn't gone out and actually got the right players. Like last season, I was saying, yo, go get a Van der Sar, who was a right back at Monaco. to deputize Kunde, but we didn't get a right back. And now, looking back now, if we had signed Van der Sar, that would have been a smart deal, right? And now we've been linked to Sanesi from Bournemouth, right? Who was Den Huijsen's partner last season, right? On a free, because his contract is running out, and I don't think he's going to sign a new deal, right? We've been linked to Ake. The funniest one was Desasi from Chelsea. I'm like, brother, this guy is not even in my Chelsea squad. What is he going to be doing at my club? Keep him away from my club, man. Keep him away from my club. But, I mean, what a performance. Like you just mentioned, man, like Raphinha. I mean, bro, my guy has beaten the allegations now. He really has. I mean, listen, everybody likes to compare to Raphinha. Listen, man, you might as well just do the celebration now from now on. Every time you're on live, bro, just do his celebration. Like everybody wants to call you Raphinha. Yeah, man. Listen, Raphinha in the chat, in the Raphinha on stream, guys. Listen, you don't tell me I don't bring the big collabs out here. It is what it is. But Raphinha, bro, he's beat the allegation because you know what it is. Last season when he cooked, bro, that was his best season in a Barca shirt. And before that, let's be real, right? He had his moments, but he was always inconsistent. You understand what I mean, right? But on the flick, he just went to another level, bro. My guy was just turning up every single time. Goals. But this brother put 50 GA last season. And I was thinking, yo, if he even puts even 80% of that this season, then he's had a great season. And look, he's had to deal with injuries around the start of the season. But since he's come back from injury, bro, my guy has been important. Vital, bro. The goals that he's scoring, the importance of the goals he's scoring for us, no side, cannot be understudied, bro. It cannot. And yesterday, once again, he proved it, bro. He did not play in the first Clásico. And I was telling guys like Dave, I told them, I said, not having Raphinha was huge for us, but also for you. Because I believe that if we had him alongside Yamal, you guys would have had two problems to deal with. And you would not have been able to deal with both players. And you saw it. They had to keep dilly-dallying between Raphinha and Yamal. And you saw Yamal yesterday. He was more effective in the game than he was in the first game. Much more effective. The passes he was making into the box. Like the develop passes. Absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, listen, man. Like, what did you think about like players like Raphinha, bro? How they did in the game? Like how impressed were you with some of the players like Raphinha and Yamal in the game, and Pedri?
What I like is I think both of them do different things. Like, for example, like Yamal was dictating the game a lot more, picking up the ball, taking on players, and waiting for the runs from Yamal, from Lewandowski and Raphinha. And then Raphinha was picking up the spaces. Lewandowski is making the right run, which led to his goal, which he took superbly as well. That little dink over the goalkeeper, very good finish, man. That's a top elite striker finish. You know what I mean? But that's the thing about Yamal. Like, players don't know whether to press him or to allow him through on goal. And the thing is, he'll just cook you. And if he doesn't see a way in, he's always got his head up looking for other players. He's just too cold, bro. Like, you can double up on him, treble up on him. It doesn't really matter. Like, he'll either take you on or he'll find pockets of space. Where Raphinha is always waiting there, the shoulder of the defender, to make that run straight through on goal. He's always anticipating the pass. He's always ready to pounce. The same with Lewandowski. The thing is, if Raphinha gets in behind, you're not catching him. He's got that pace that you're not catching him. So his anticipation, I really like Raphinha's anticipation. Not only his finishing, but his anticipation of when to be in the right places at the right time. So I just think they complement each other. You know what I mean? Where Yamal can be the creator at times. He doesn't always have to be the goal scorer. Where Raphinha is almost like a wide. He is a wide forward, but he's almost like a striker where he's always anticipating that pass and he's in behind. You know what I mean? He's a constant threat. And the thing is, Raphinha can be quiet for 10, 15 minutes. He gets one pass through, boom, that's it. More than likely it's a goal. You know, he's a constant danger. Even when it looks like he's not doing much or it looks like he's not really receiving the ball much. He knows when he gets that ball, he's in behind. And props to Raphinha, man. He's gone levels under Flick. Yeah, I mean, he's gone levels. And I think the midfield was working well as well up until De Jong with the stupid red card. That was a silly red card, man. He didn't need to go in there, you know, with the high studs. It was silly. But it is what it is. But the way our Firmino and Pedri and De Jong were playing in the midfield, they couldn't get past us. They couldn't touch us, bro. They couldn't touch us. I'll be real. They couldn't get the ball of them.
Absolutely. I feel like we were so comfortable in the game. And I feel like that's what's the most frustrating thing. The fact that really, I feel like 3-2 was really flattering to Real Madrid because really, apart from the goals, they didn't really do much at all in the game. And that is for me what frustrated me the most. Because I'm like, bro, I'm leaving this game thinking, yo, what did these guys actually do? Nothing. We absolutely cooked them the whole game. Like, we should have taken advantage of this so much, man. I feel like before the Raphinha goal, right, we just kept on holding on to the ball and not trying to do much with it. That's what really frustrated me the most out of the game. The fact that we weren't trying to like, you know, change stuff. Because I feel like we saw how they were playing and we just said, you know what, right? Let's just do one thing. And we're being so one-dimensional because we're always trying to pass it to the wingers. We're always trying to find the wingers. We were not trying to play on other positions, on other areas, right? Maybe going through the middle with Lewandowski potentially, right? We were trying to just go into the wide, to out wide, give it to Raphinha, give it to Yamal, and maybe get a cross into the box and, you know, maybe Lewandowski can get to it. But what you mentioned about Raphinha is so true. Here's the thing with Raphinha. What Raphinha has become, right? And look up to you just mentioned it. He's become Mr. Clutch. Like, I'm going to be very real, right? Ever since this guy has returned from injury, if you look at the goals he's been scoring and the timing of the goals he scores, it's incredible. When I look at, like, the biggest one I can think of even before this was the Atletico game. We played an Atletico team that was on a mother of all winning streaks before playing us. They had, I think they dropped points in October 5th, and then they won every game until December when they played us, or around November when they played us, right? And they started well. They took the lead, but it was Raphinha again. Raphinha, bro, who turned up in the big game. I remember when we played Osasuna, bro, we were frustrated by Osasuna in that game. They were playing pack the bus, pack the plane, pack everything. Guess what? Raphinha turned up. And even though I even thought Raphinha in that game was being played out of position, because he was being played out of position, like he was being played in the 10. I keep telling people, man, my guy is not a number 10. I feel like, bro, Flick always starts to do the 10 thing for some reason, especially when he was trying to make Rashford, Raphinha and Yamal a thing. He kept on moving Raphinha in the 10 rather than Yamal, who, you know, in the few times I've seen him on the 10, he actually looks better on the 10 than my guy, right? But they kept on insisting on playing him there. And it wasn't good. I'm not going to lie, bro. I was not happy to see that. I was not happy. I was actually fuming, right? Because for most of that time. Because when we put him on the left, he always does well there. He always cooks. And thankfully, Flick did not make those mistakes at all. That was the best part for me. Because the lineup he brought up, man, I was very impressed with the lineup, to be honest with you, right? He brought the players I wanted to see. He started Lewandowski, which we didn't see Lewandowski in the semifinals, right? At all. So I was glad to see Lewandowski. I was glad to see that he trusted Yamal in this game, even though Ronnie played well in the semifinals against Bilbao, right? Raphinha on the left, he had Fermin on the 10, right? He had De Jong and Pedri as the pivot. And like you mentioned, the defense was the way it was. He played Eddie Garcia in the defense alongside Kobashi, right? And Koundé and Alejandro Balde. But the midfield itself, I gotta give credit to even players like De Jong. Like, I know people always like to, you know, talk down De Jong, and I think De Jong has not been good for a while. But I'm gonna be very honest with you. Before he got sent off, he was playing so well, man. The energy he was bringing in that midfield, like you could see, bro, the guy was up for it. I loved it, man. I said, this is what I want to see more from you, De Jong. I want to see you involved. I'm not just saying, oh, just pass the ball, this and this. Bro, I need you to be involved, bro. You're the captain. He's the captain of the team, bro. You got to put yourself out there. And I loved it. I loved it, man. Right? And Pedri, like you mentioned, man, this guy, you didn't even mention this dude, man. Like, this guy is just ridiculous. Like that, like the goal to Lewandowski. I mean, I'm going to talk about Lewandowski's finishing, but Pedri, man, like, bro, at this point, it's just so normal now from Pedri. And I always, and this is what I always tell people. I'm like, you see Pedri, he's one of those players who stats will never do that guy justice. He's the player that proves, bro, stats are not everything. Like, because his stats will tell you this guy doesn't get a lot of GA, but brother, go watch the football match and tell me that Barca would be good without Pedri. Please tell me.
No facts. That's why the eye test doesn't fail. I agree with you. I think De Jong was having a really good game. I think we're playing around them with ease, bro. Like they were resorted to Bellingham having to defend. You see how much Bellingham was running back trying to defend every single time, last ditch tackles. That guy's a clown, bro. You know what I'm saying? That guy's a clown. And the thing is, I was watching it with Lee, and Lee was telling me, yo, look at the dirty tackles from Barca. But really and truly, in the second half, they were the ones that were being dirty. You know what I'm saying? Asensio was
Carreras and Asensio, bro.
Yeah. Asensio was being dirty. Yeah, I'm saying a lot of them were being dirty, taking our players down, and then Lee's like, "Oh, look at these Barca being dirty." I'm like, "No. You guys are trying to erupt our rhythm." But really and truly did nothing, bro. Like, let's be real. Like, I don't rate Huijsen, if I be real. Alvaro had a chance at the end that he should have buried in the box. He shot it straight at the goalkeeper. Gonzalo Garcia, he had an opportunity in the game. He should have buried that opportunity. Let's be real. Vinny should have at least got a brace with the opportunities he got up against Koundé. At least didn't take it. Bellingham was non-existent defending. Camavinga was struggling. Rodrigo wasn't in the game. Let's just be real, wasn't in the game. Didn't see him. Valverde, I didn't see him in the game. I literally didn't see these guys. So Madrid were horrendous.
Dude, the only time I saw these guys were really when they were like getting on our players' faces. That's really the only time you could really see them. Like you mentioned, they were not effective. Like Federico Valverde, he was playing a right back, non-existent. Bellingham was actually pretty good in the semifinals against Atletico, but yeah, in this game, bro, I forgot he was on the pitch. Right, Gonzalo Garcia, he got the goal, the equalizer, but really that's all he did, right? And like you mentioned, man, I feel like the referee, man, he stunk in that game, bro. Yeah. The amount of things this guy was letting slide, bro, was embarrassing, bro. The amount of things, man, I was just sitting there watching this, I was like, dude, like at this point, man, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like when Carreras got a yellow card, I think in the 70-something minute, I was like, wait a minute, this guy's just getting booked now. The amount of fouls this brother was making the whole game, and he was getting booked at that point. And the fact that we got a straight red, bro, was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, people were saying, oh, it was a high foot, this and this and this. Dude, I'm going to be very honest, man. I feel like it was very, very harsh.
I don't know, man. The studs were all the way up here. I was like, it was a stupid.
Maybe it was the angle, man. Maybe it was the angle. When I saw it,
I feel like it was a red. I can't lie to you. I looked at De Jong. I said, yo, De Jong, what you doing, bro? Like, do you know what I mean? But it's the passion. But, you know, Gonzalo Garcia, I saw him. I think he scored a hat-trick or a brace.
Yeah, against Betis.
So I was expecting better from him. So when he was through on goal, when he had his opportunity, I was thinking, okay, maybe he's going to bury it. Obviously, he's a young G. But I was like, okay, I was expecting more. But then again, he's a young player. He's going to be inconsistent. But his finishing in the Betis game was really good. So I was thinking, okay, this is a kid to look out for. You know what I mean? Because I didn't see him before. So I was like, okay, I see the finishing. You know what I'm saying? Because Sam was telling me, yo, North, watch the highlights of the Betis game, Madrid Betis game. So I saw it and I was like, okay, cool. But you know what? Rodrigo at times can be just as frustrating as Vinny. You know, I know a lot of people give Rodrigo a lot more benefit of the doubt, but both of them are very inconsistent. Both of them can be very frustrating. And I just feel like they're just not cohesive, bro. Like there's no one in that midfield to me that gives me what Modric used to do, you know, or that kind of that workman, that Xabi Alonso kind of midfielder. I don't see it, bro. Like Bellingham, the Cruz, exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, that's what they're missing. That's what they're missing. They don't have they when they lost Cruz, they didn't go out in that summer and look for a Cruz replacement. Yeah, they were linked to Angelo Stella, but really that's it. There was never like any talk, like, you know, some Madrid fans were saying maybe they would go and get McAllister from Liverpool, or maybe they would get Enzo Fernandez. That was the dream. But they needed a midfielder like that. But they didn't. They went out and got Mbappe in. And yeah, Mbappe might have gotten goals, but here's the thing, man. There's no I in team. My guy is getting personal accolades. What's that doing for the team? Nothing. And you know what's funny, right? Before the game, I was coming with all the chess. I was confident. No, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I was very confident. I knew we were going to win. And people were like, but Omar, you're being too overconfident. I said, no, I'm not. I'm not being overconfident. Like if you look at this, if you look at Real Madrid, right? Everything about them, right? They're not, obviously they're a great team, right? Don't get it twisted, right? And do they have players that can hurt teams in Europe? Yes. When I look at the Madrid team, right, it's not as bad as many people think it is. But on paper, I'll say on paper, they don't have a bad squad. But You've already seen the news. Like Alonso just got sacked. And if you see yesterday during the trophy parade, when the players were standing there, some of the players were standing there, and my guy said, let's give them a guard of honor, respect after the game. And you saw Kylian Mbappe just said, nah, F all of that. We're going to the locker room. He told his teammates, nah, F all of that. We're going straight to the locker room. Openly defying the manager. And that has been the tale of Alonso's time at Real Madrid. The players, bro, the amount of blatant disrespect that the Madrid players show this manager, right? It's so bad. And many people were saying he resigned, but apparently he was sacked. And I'm like, bro, whether he was sacked or he resigned, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he was never going to survive with the way things were going. Like I remember in the first Clásico when he took Vinny off the pitch, these guys made such a big deal out of that. He made such a big deal out of that nonsense. Crying, bro, complaining, talking about if this continues, I'm going to leave this and this and this. And they still backed him. And you've seen the way, and you saw it even during the international break in November, how they were talking about the locker room wasn't happy and this and this and this because they feel like, the manager is too, either get strict or something. And I'm like, brother, this is why this team is going nowhere. This team is going nowhere. This team stinks of the 05-06 Madrid team on the period, on the when they had like Zidane, R9, and those guys in 2006. Yeah, it was a good squad. It was world-class squad. They guys Beckham, Raul, right? Zidane. They had the names.
They had the names. They don't have the idea. They don't have the cohesion.
Brother, that was the year you guys, Arsenal beat them in the Bernabeu. That's the same year. Look at, bro, after you guys knocked them out, Perez resigned 2 days after that. Because he knew, bro, that this project was dead after you guys beat them and knocked them out of the Champions League round of 16. And look at the superstar. Like, if you look at the team that they had and you look at the Arsenal team was amazing. But when you look at the team that Madrid had, on paper, the names.
On paper, yeah.
You were just thinking, the hell? How did this team not score a single goal in those 2 legs?
Yeah,
but
that team.
I remember, because I watched that game just like
trebles and they're supposed to be doing trebles and stuff with that team. That's the level of squad that they had. Roberto Carlos, R9, Figo, Beckham. You know what I mean? It's a mad team, bro. You know what I mean? And then what they actually did. But you seen this? They got Xavi's gone. He's been sacked. They got Arbeloa now. You know Dave's head's gonna be hot.
Oh, I've seen him in the group chat, bro. My guy is taking it as well as you think. Dude, listen, man. We're gonna definitely do a show with Dave, because you gotta take a look at some of his, because I was watching some of his streams with some of the other Madrid and Barca content creators, and yeah, to say he's not happy would be an understatement, right? like
Why is he not trusting the process?
To be fair, he hasn't really been Alonso out, really. Right? He's kind of been alluded to Alonso. So basically, this is what he said. I remember during the start of the season, right? He said, if Alonso doesn't win all of his first 10 games, he wants him gone. And I think Alonso went like his first 10 games without losing. And he was kind of, trusting the process, like you mentioned, right? He was trusting the process. And, I remember like the flash show I did with him before we took a hiatus, right? We were looking at the table. We were looking at the games, matches, right, from November all the way to January, right? And when you look at Barca's games, you had Atletico, you had Betis, you had Villarreal, you had Espanyol, right? You had Bilbao. You had all these teams that could potentially be huge banana skins, especially like the Villarreals who are cooking right now, Betis who were in good form, Atletico who are Atletico, they were on a winning streak, right? Espanyol were on a winning streak, they're 5th in the table, right? All of these big games, right? Potential banana skins, draws, losses could definitely happen in those games. And then you look at Madrid's draws, and you look at Madrid, they had Rayo, who were mid-table. They had Girona, who were in the relegation zone. They had what's his name? Who else did they have? Elche, who were mid-table, right? Dude, these guys were playing mid-table, below 10th table teams, bro. Right? And my guy looked at this and he said, Omar, how how are you guys going to get out of this? He told me straight up, he said, Omar, we're going to win all our games. You know we're not going to lose any of these games.
Mm.
And the funny thing is, he was right. They didn't lose their games. No. They drew 4 out of their first 5 games after that, including draws against Team Girona, which they didn't deserve to draw. They nearly lost against Elche, which they drew 2-2. Then I think they drew against Rayo Vallecano 0-0, which is like 3 draws in a row. And I think they won after that. And then guess what? The big one at the Bernabeu, they lost to Celta Vigo. Oh, and I was enjoying that. That was the moment that we went clear of them in the table. And since then, we have not looked back. So I'm over the moon. But this is the thing, like I mentioned, with Real Madrid, it's beautiful to watch, bro. Like, watch the crash out. I keep telling people, man, like, you know what? Let me tell you something. No, sir, right? In my lifetime, even when you even look at during the Pep era, right, when we were dominating like this first few Clásicos, right? Even then, I always used to go with Clásicos with a level of nervousness. You understand what I mean, right?
Mm.
When I look at the game in October, I was nervous because I looked at the squad that we had, how razor thin it was, and how bad in form we were in. And I thought, this is the right time. Madrid are playing us at the right time. They're definitely playing us at the right time. This is not good.
Mm.
Right? That was the only thing that worried me. I never looked at our squad and said, okay, man for man, can Madrid really beat us? No. This team, when we played in this Clásico, bro, the confidence I had that we were going to win this game was probably the most confidence I've ever had going into a Clásico. Even last season. And the reason why this Madrid team don't strike fear in me like the Madrid teams in the past is because this Madrid team have shown that they don't take defeats well. And that is the problem with a weak-minded team. They never know how to take defeats well. You understand what I mean, right? There's always excuses. There's always justification. There's always something. You even see it even in fans. I mean, you're an Arsenal fan. You see it a lot with your fan base. When Arsenal lose and you keep the club accountable for not winning, you call out the manager, the players, everyone. You got other fans that are going to be blaming the referee. They're going to blame in one moment in the game and this and this and this. Never actually looking at what is actually in front of them. They always look what is on the corners. That's Madrid. Madrid, every time they lose, some of the fans sometimes will keep the club accountable. Guys like Dave, shout out to Dave, shout out to Sam, they will always point the finger at Madrid first. What did Madrid do wrong? Not what the other team did wrong, what the referee did wrong. They never talk about that. They might allude to it, but they will never make it the main thing. Real Madrid, the players will cry about referees when they don't get what they want. The president will complain. Some of the fans will complain. And they've been doing this, Northside, for the last 1 year. That's all I've been hearing. Every time they lose, they put the referees on Madrid TV, right? Putting footages of referees making mistakes, believing that, oh, this is not a record, this is it. And this is the best one now, right? Man like Florentino Perez now, right? You can tell he's under pressure. My guy, recently, ever since they kind of dropped points and we went top of the table, all he's been doing is been talking about Negreira. And I'm like, so the pressure now is on you and your club. And instead of assessing your club and talking about, okay, whether we back Alonso, we don't back Alonso, no, he's sitting there talking about Negreira because he wants the attention away from Madrid and on Barcelona's situation outside of the pitch. Because that's what he does. They make excuses. And that's why I don't fear this Madrid team. Because there's a way you take a defeat that can kind of make your opponent be more aware that, okay, next time I face this guy, it's not going to be easy. I can tell he's going to learn. He's going to go back and look at where he went wrong, where he should have fixed up. And that's the problem with this Madrid team. They don't, bro. Flick has played 6 Clásicos, Northside, since he's been at Barca. 6, and he's won 5 out of the 6. 5 out of the 6, man. He won 4 in a row. 4 in a row. You did not learn anything from those first 3. And then you saw it. You saw it after the Clásico in October when they beat us, right? The way these brothers were celebrating, man, I just said, wow. You would think that Madrid hadn't beaten us in 10 years the way they were celebrating like that. It was really sad to. It was like, brother, nah, man. Like, what's actually happened to this team? Because 2 years ago, you guys were actually beating us. Like, what's happened to you guys? Like, genuinely. And this is the thing, right? After the game, the Mbappe thing, that was just one of many. That was the one where I was like, see what I mean? You guys don't know how to take L's with grace. It's like the Kendrick Drake beef, I said. If when the beef was over, if after that Drake just kind of just went on a hiatus, not said much, just kind of let it die out for a year, guess what? When you come back, no one is going to be talking about it. Or maybe some people might talk about it, but it's not going to be the main thing because everyone's going to be like, okay, the beef is over. It's been over for a year. We've moved on. Music has moved on. But when you start doing lawsuits, going to interviews, alluding to the beef and all of this stuff, guess what, bro? Nobody's going to forget the beef. You understand what I mean, right? And you're still going to get clowned over 2 years after the beef was over. You understand what I mean? And that is the problem with a lot of these guys, man. When they do some of these antics, they always remind everyone, we are nothing but bitches. We can't take losses. That's the problem with this Madrid team. And that's why I'm like, brother, run it back. At the end of the season, in April, we're playing them again at the Camp Nou. Guess what? I am confident we're going to win that game too. Confident. Fully confident. I don't care what happens by then. I see us beating them again. Because these guys don't learn. They can't take L's. They don't know how to take L's. They're not going to learn from this defeat. Because if they didn't learn the last 4 times we beat them, what makes you think they're going to learn now? But yeah, it is.
I hear it, man. Do you think Arbeloa is going to be there permanently? He's just there like a fill gap until they get the manager they want. I don't even know what managers they're really going for.
I mean, look, right now, Amorim is available. Maresca is not available. I mean, Maresca is a good shout, right? He just won the Club World Cup with Chelsea, really, right? There's not really a lot of top-class managers really available out there, right? I think Enrique is going to be available next season, but Enrique is Barcelona. Let's be real. The guy is not going to Real Madrid. You feel me? Right? It's very likely that it's going to be one of them. I think it might be a Maresca or someone like that. You understand what I mean, right? And it also depends. Klopp is like the big one. That's the one that a lot of Madrid fans really wish for. They want Klopp, right? But the thing with Klopp is, like, the guy, nobody knows whether he's coming or whether he's gone. You understand what I mean? Because he's just been been very quiet. He's been very quiet since that whole situation. You understand what I mean, right? He left Liverpool. He's been very quiet. He hasn't really said much. But it is what it is. Exactly. He's enjoying. He's man, like, he ain't leaving, man. He's enjoying Red Bull and Paris FC. Listen, bro, my guy's not in the dugout, man, stressing himself. He's getting paid to just deal with papers, man. Let my guy live. Let my guy live. And
the thing is, if they get Maresca, because all I keep hearing from Sam and the Real Madrid fans is, Perez ain't really like spending the money like before. He's been a lot more financially aware and not trying to, spend the money. Apparently they got the money, but he doesn't want to spend it. Maresca, that's the reason why he walked out. He didn't even get the buyout clause. He didn't even get the payout and wait to get sacked. He just walked away from Chelsea. So if Madrid are going to move like that and don't give him the players that he wants, Maresca's just going to walk. So it's a bit of a risk because he doesn't look like he's going to be patient if he doesn't get what he wants.
Hey, listen. I mean, look, here's the thing, man. I feel like, what it is with Perez also. Perez is going to be gone very soon, because he's already said this is his last term. And I think his term ends maybe next year, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And if that's the case, then he'll probably just hire Maresca and listen. Well, when he leaves, or whoever takes over can just deal with that. But I think when it comes to Real Madrid, it's deeper than that. Because, bro, I'm going to be very real, bro. La Liga doesn't really have a lot of money. I mean, you've seen Barcelona. We don't spend a lot of money either. I mean, we make a lot of money, but also, bro, in La Liga, the rules are so ridiculous, man. You can't spend all the money that you make. You understand what I mean, right? You can't spend all the money you make. So as a result, you just have to just sit down and firm it. You understand what I mean, right? And that's what you see Madrid do a lot, right? They do free transfers and stuff like that. But like you know, Sam is not really wrong. I feel like there are so many areas they need to fix, right? I mean, first of all, the Mbappe signing, as good as it was on paper, right? As far as you know, numbers and all that is concerned, the truth of the matter is, Mbappe completely fucked up their entire chemistry of their team, bro. He really did. Like, if you look at the last few games when he was injured that he wasn't playing, guys like Vinny were playing some of the best football we've seen in a long time. Vinny was playing some of the best football that we've seen in a long time. And Mbappe, the problem is Mbappe is not a striker. They're trying to insist on playing him on a 9 so that they can accommodate Vinny as well. But the problem with doing that is Vinny, most of the time, Kylian Mbappe, when he's not on the ball, he's always drifting to the left, where Vinny is. And they've got a guy like Gonzalo Garcia, who is an actual striker, who Alonso, to be fair, he wasn't even playing him at all for some reason. He wasn't playing this guy at all. Made no sense. And look, if you look at Gonzalo Garcia, he's what they need. But the problem is, they don't have bravery. And also, like I mentioned, Real Madrid have this problem of superstars first. Like, you know, the Zidane Ipavon's mindset back in the day, right? Where, you know, you had the superstars and the superstars where, you know, they always played. And if they didn't play, they could just go to Papa Perez and complain. That's what they used to do. Guys, like, this is why I'm sure you definitely remember this. The first Galacticos from like 2002, 2005. Bro, look at the amount of managers that Real Madrid team had one pass, bro. Literally, think about the managers, right? Del Bosque was there. Then they got rid of him. They brought what's his name? Queiroz, right? Luxemburgo was there, right? What's his name? The manager, the Spanish manager in 2002. The manager there, the Spain national team. He left after a month, brother. My guy was there for a month, no side, right? He did his first game and he benched R9. And I think he benched Raul and those guys. And dude, the way they were complaining, the players were complaining. He said, no. Screw this. I'm out of here. Nope. I'm good on that. And bro, they just ran up on so many different managers until eventually Florentino Perez realized he couldn't control those guys and resigned. And I'm looking at this kind of Madrid team. I'm like, brother, I see this steep slope is there. I can literally feel it, man. Like the way guys like Vinny be acting when they don't get what they want. The way Kylian Mbappe be acting when he doesn't get what he wants. Brother, we're going there. It's going to get to a point where guys like Kylian are going to start asking, yo, I want to play on the left. I don't like playing as a striker. And then Vinny's going to be like, no, I'm going to play on the left because I'm the number 7. I've been here longer than you. I've won Champions League. You've done nothing since you've been here. All you've done is score goals and win golden boots. Yeah, that's great for you. What's that doing for the team? You understand what I mean? And then all of a sudden there's going to be a civil war. And I'm going to just be in the back like I was back in the early 2000s, just, you know, sipping on my drink, right? Just sitting there like enjoying the carnage. But that's what it is. And we love to see it, man. Like the last 24 hours has been absolutely amazing, no side. I cannot tell you, man. Because from watching them lose, to watching the crash outs, to now seeing their manager get sacked, it's all over the place. And as far as Arbeloa is concerned, my guy is just a stopgap, bro. I mean, look. No, that's what I mean. Listen, apparently in Castilla, I remember his second. He was the manager of the second team, the B team, and I think they lost to Albacete, the team that they're playing in the Copa del Rey in the next few days, right? That team, his second team lost to that team. So I'm like, imagine him now being the manager of the first, now losing to that team. Oh, we will be there for that. Do not worry about it. But long may it continue. But no, sir, listen. But I'll tell you this, no, sir, brother. Welcome to Barcelona. You trust me, man. Over here, one thing I can tell you is you will be seeing us challenge. And you know what, bro? This season, you might just see a domestic treble, man. If Arsenal let you down, Barca will not let you down. I know Benfica and Barca have now been giving you a good time. Brother, don't worry, man. This is Flicks Barcelona. Not everything is going to be amazing, but trust me, you're going to have more happiness over here. And you've already had happiness, man. And listen, I need to see more of those match reactions, man, like the Barca reaction. And we need to start seeing you put in this. I want you to start putting these Madridistas in thumbnails, man. Okay.
Yeah, no, we need to. We're gonna do some more Barca content now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna start running this show very, very soon. So I'm gonna talk to you, and we're gonna try to see if we can do like a weekly, like, you know, Arsenal Barca-ish show. You feel me, right? So that we can kind of keep track. Because you now watch a lot of La Liga, so you will also be keeping track of like Barca's, you know, performances in the league as well as in the Champions League, and also Arsenal as well. So we can do that, right? But yeah, man. Listen, guys, big up to you guys who have been here. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, and make sure you guys go subscribe to Northside's channel. The link to his channel will be in the description. So make sure you guys go subscribe to him. But listen, Northside, appreciate you for being here, right? We're gonna definitely be here. My guy said the treble. Yeah, man, domestic treble. 3 trophies, man. We've already won 1. The Copa del Rey is still around, and so is the league. And I'm the current defending champions for both. So guess what? I'm trying to do back-to-back on them. Like 2 domestic trebles in 2 years. My manager, bro.
You're trying to finish Dave in 1 year, you know. You're trying to finish.
Yeah, bro. Listen, ever since I got into football YouTube, I have seen nothing but trophies domestically. That's the crazy thing was that Barcelona, apart from the Champions League is the only trophy I haven't seen us win on YouTube since I've been here. And listen, this team I don't think is ready for the Champions League just yet, but I promise you, we will have our Champions League trophy very soon. We just got to fix the defense.
Just tweak the defense.
Yeah,
tweak the defense. You can't have a defense like that and win a competition like that. The defense needs a couple of tweaks, and we'll be all right.
Bro, look at this. He said Arbeloa's Castilla this season. He said 110. Wait. He said 110, last 8 goals, 25, considered 25. I mean, if he has bums around in the Castilla, then hey, listen, man. Hopefully this is signs of great things to come, bro. Because I'm telling you, bro, if things don't go with Arbeloa, bro, man. Listen, I am looking forward to this, man. I need to see more, man.
Trust the Arbeloa, man. Trust the Arbeloa. It's given time. You know what I'm saying?
Given time, you know. Yes, sir. Listen, we'll be here. Don't worry about it, Madrid fans. We will be here for the tears. You don't have to worry, right? But listen, and also now you guys have Northside here because you guys know Northside. Listen, you guys have seen Northside be crashing out on Arsenal, but I don't think you guys have seen a shameless Northside. I've seen glimpses of shameless Northside in some cases. I think Barcelona, we're gonna see the shameless Northside for Barcelona, bro, especially against Madrid, because Lee is a Madridista, right? Because he likes to do, and Dave is a Madridista. I mean, you know, I saw your reaction when you're talking about the thumbnail things. Listen, I've been working on my thumbnails. The thumbnails I now have on my streams. Like if you look at the thumbnails I put on our stream,
the thumbnails are looking sick. I can't lie. They're looking
the one I got me and you on a suit, right? Because this is celebration, man. We got the celebration suits on. Don't worry, man. Dave,
Men in Black, man. Men in Black.
Yes, sir. Dave, Will, all of these guys. Listen, keep your eye on the north side. I got some plans, man. I might put these brothers on thumbnails this week, man. And they're not gonna look nice. I promise you.
Nah, gotta put your foot on their neck, bro. You gotta put the
foot
on their neck. You see Lee yesterday, yeah. Lee was quiet, yeah, because he kept telling me like, with those 2-2, he's like, yo, because he predicted 3-2 Madrid, didn't it? He's like, yo, watch now. He goes, Madrid. He goes, oh, you're looking shaky. You're looking scared. I was there. I was like this. I was like, Barca, don't piss me off. You know what I'm saying? And then when that goal went on, he goes, it's a fluky goal. It's a fluky goal. I said, you sounded like a top gooner. You sound like a top gooner right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my days, man. No. You know what? I was doing a watch along, but I was keeping my eye on it. I was like, wait a minute. Lee and Northside are doing a watch along together. Okay, cool. No problem. We will. Don't worry. Listen, Lee. Don't worry, Lee. You're part of the ops now, and you're gonna be treated like an ops. Do not worry. Okay. Let me tell you something. Yeah, you know what, right? Lee doesn't do a lot of Madrid content. That's the problem. Because if he did, I promise you, man, I'll be putting this brother in more thumbnails than he wants to see, man. I'm telling you now, bro. He's not ready. Madridistas, hopefully, bro, this is a sign of it. Bro, we just started 2026 now, sir. That's the best part. This is just the beginning of the year. 2026 could genuinely be a great year for me, man. Like, if this is the way you have started, I'm like, brother, long may it continue. Because I promise you, I remember you Madridistas when you beat us in October. Brother, I was being put in thumbnails now aside. Some of these Madridistas were putting me in thumbnails. And they thought that I would not get my revenge. See, I'm a patient man. I don't rush. I like to analyze. I want to see the people. I got the list. I'm writing the list. I'm like, yo, you are one of them. You. I have you all on the list. I promise you. This week, every single one of you is getting smoked. I'm smoking all of you, and I will not stop because the next Clásico in October at the Camp Nou, first Clásico in the Camp Nou since 2023. I cannot wait. No, sir. That's the first. Listen, man. I hope you get a ticket for that because I want you to have a front row view of the ass whipping that is coming their way. I promise you, man. It is what it is. Because my guy said, I promise you, Omar, the list ain't longer than North. Say, listen, don't worry. Me and North said we will do a cooking session, man. We're gonna do the cooking session together. I might, if he does a reaction on his channel, I will be there. I will be there and we will be cooking. Do not worry about it. We're gonna feast. But listen, chat, big up to you guys. Listen, I do have to close this out because chaos is next. And I am not missing chaos for the world. No, sir. I hope you keep your eye on Football Carnage's channel.
I'm gonna be watching.
Watch, brother, because you're gonna have a good time. Do not worry about it. I am ready to smoke.
And tell them when they address you, take the bass out of their voice. Yeah, they better talk to you the way that you have to talk to your dad. Head down, arms behind your back, without the bass in your voice. You know what I mean? You better tell them I'm not your colleague from school. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your colleague from school. I'm not one of your little friends.
Nope. Absolutely not. And Dave apparently said he's joining later. Don't worry, Dave. You ain't escaping the smoke. You better show your ass on that stream. I want to see the Madrid tears 4K. Do not worry about it. Big up to you guys. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Northside LDN, the newest member of the Kool-Aid family. Ladies and gentlemen, big up to you guys. Peace. Vesca Barca.